I'm doing this. I'm going to just do a vlog with a wonderful background, as you can see. And I'm going to just talk to you about certain things about coaching, certain things about digital coaching, digital world, just business and practice. I've been in business for over 25 years now. And the interesting thing about being in business is there's no such thing as not being afraid. There's no such thing. People think that those who have been in business a long time have no fear, and they go about doing things as if they're invulnerable. But it's no reason to be afraid. It's no reason to ever have any fear at all. The fear is, they say, you know, people put the acronym to fear, false evidence appearing real. A lot of times it is false evidence appearing real. It's nothing real about the fear that we create in our minds. And now, why are we afraid of a spider? Why are we afraid of a cockroach? Why are we afraid of bugs at all? Is it because we know they sting you? You don't know they sting you. You don't know they're going to harm you when you first see them. You just become afraid of them. You put this stuff in your head. You put this stuff in your mind. And I'm not going to say I don't have any of those. I do. One of the things I have a fear of is doing these videos. How am I going to be received? How are people going to look at me as credible? People can look at me as not being credible. And all I want to do realistically or in reality is all I want to do is help people. I want to help people get better businesses and achieve better things and really just I would love, man, my goodness, every single business that I'm in touch with just to succeed and do extremely well. I do have techniques, I have tools, I have systems, I have a lot of things in place for a business to actually flourish. I've looked at and why I'm on my quest to be a better and better coach, I look at continuously other better business bureaus, other coaches. I look at their information and the facts are the traditional ways of increasing your business, the traditional ways of growing your business. It, it doesn't work. It doesn't work because I didn't say it right. The traditional ways of, let's say, for instance, you go to the universities or you go to the better business bureaus and stuff like that. I'm going to get another chair while I'm still talking. This chair makes a lot of noise. Yeah. We go to those better business bureaus and you take a course and you sit down and say, what does it take for me to succeed in business? What is it going to take for me to grow my business? How am I going to make my business bigger and better? And the first thing they do is they settle you down and say, write a business plan. And then after the business plan, you go through your what, why, where, whens, and hows, and you get an accountant and a computer. And then you open your business and they didn't they you start off wrong. I say you start off wrong because you say you need $50,000. I say you need $150,000. And they don't help you really get into what you truly need to do to succeed in business. And because I've been in business for such a long period of time, I've learned that a lot of those things that you are taught just doesn't it helps you organize a business after the fact. It helps you really get steady and consistent after the fact. Not even consistent, get solid, I guess you can say, getting a logo, getting a t-shirt, getting stuff like that, all those things that don't push your business forward, but the things that actually help your business exist. Um, or let's just call it maintenance. It's all about maintenance. That's all it is to that. When you take all those university courses and they really don't help. My number one principle, I deal with a principle called the Sandor principle. Is an acronym, Sandor. And the absolute number one thing that I do with every single one of my clients, no matter what, no matter who they are, because you cannot approach every client the same way. So the thing is not what I want you to do for your business, is what you want you to do for your business. So it's about the S in my Sandor principle. S is being specific. What do you specifically want to do? What do you specifically want to achieve? How much do you specifically want to make? How many more clients do you specifically want to get? And that's what it's all about, being specific and being focused in all of that. I have a training in finding your best product and being focused. But what I'm talking to you now about is the S in my sandal, and the S is really being specific in your destination. I in my business all the time get I I'm very specific, but I lose my focus sometimes, and we all do. You know you're supposed to do just simple things. You know you should concentrate on the one thing. And do you do it? I slowed down just the other day and decided, okay, Terrence, you got all these products. You're getting a little bit overwhelmed by the too many projects that you're taking on and the products and tools that have been coming to you available to you. How do you get your focus? You settle down and you try to figure out specifically what you're trying to do. And what I decided to do is sit down and figure out what is the most specific the best product for me to lead with. And I settled down. I have an 8 week accelerator program. I have a 12-week accelerator program. I have coaching. I have teaching. I have training, and yada yada yada. I decided that I need to concentrate on my 8 week accelerator program. And but the second part is just as important as the first part. Sorry, I'm going to get back to the S in Sandu. But the second part is being specific as to who your clients are, who do you want your clients to be. And one of the absolute most important things, the absolute most important thing for me is for every single one that comes to me, every single one, you can have $2 billion. But because if you do not have a positive mindset, if you don't have a profit mindset, not prophecy, profit, or a growing mindset. You don't have a mindset of positivity, of being positive. It doesn't work because whatever I ask you to do, whatever I encourage you to do, whatever I need you to do for your business to work and to grow, if you don't do it, I cannot help you at all. So if you're not willing to really look at things like everything is going to work. You don't really know if anything that I ask you to do or encourage you to do is going to work at all. But if you really are positive about these things, you're going to try it, you're going to do it. And we together are going to figure this out. So that is one of the main things for me. It's very important. It is partly cloudy or is it partly sunny? I need you to understand that it's got to be partly sunny. The glass is half full. It's a concept that you must feel, you must be. You can't just say it. You must feel it. You must be it. You must be partly cloudy. You must be, sorry, partly sunny. You must be half full, not half empty. And that is the concept, and that is the mental um, attributes that is very important for me to go to have a relationship with any and all of my clients. And I lost sight of that. I really lost sight of that. And one of the other things I wanted to go back to is being specific. If you're not specific in what you're trying to achieve, if you're you and even within your specificity, you let's say for instance you say, okay, from this year I want to make $100,000. You got to focus on that $100,000. But the key is to focus on how much more is it from last year. So if it's $100,000 more from last year, you're making 500,000 or 600,000. Focus on the 100,000 and just that. The 500,000 is what you've been doing all this time. The key is now how do you increase? How do you grow? And you got to be specific in that. But one of the key things in this is you do not sabotage yourself. And how do you sabotage yourself? A lot of times we sabotage ourselves by saying, okay, I want to increase by $100,000, but I do not want to increase that. I do not want to have um, increase my budget. I do not want to change my location. And all the products that I'm purchasing, I do not want to purchase anymore. If it's client based, then you may say, well, I'm maxed out with all the people that I'm teaching. I do not want to spend any more time on any more clients. Do not want to spend any more time on getting any new clients because I'm doing a lot, putting a lot of work into my business, hours into my business now. So what you're doing automatically is you're sabotaging yourself. You have the goal of increase, but on the other side is a sabotage because there's a lot of those things you do not want to do or you do not have the time or the capacity to do. So you've got to be specific on your goals, but it's got to be within what you truly want to do and what you truly want to achieve and not to sabotage yourself. You can't sometimes you can increase your business without increasing your um, your storage. You can't increase your business without increasing your staff. You can't increase without increasing your time. And so you have to. turn around and look at it and say, well, I want to increase my business by 100,000. How do I do that? Well, you can increase your prices, or you can have a workshop with some of the people that are already in your coaching program and say, fine, I need 20 people at $5,000 a piece to achieve this, and I will put them on a 3-month program. So, or you need 20,000 times 5 is 100. So you need to have 20,000 from 4 people 5 times a year. And sometimes just doing something like that, and that may be more agreeable to you, and you're not sabotaging yourself and sabotaging your business. And you will most likely hit your target and hit your goals a lot better. And the key always is, above all things, is do not let fear dominate, do not let fear control, and know that fear is fake, it's false, it doesn't exist. I don't have much of a following. So people who don't like this is 1% out of 100. It doesn't matter, but yet it does matter to me. And because when you're first starting and you're trying to build that following and build that tribe, every single thing matters, no matter how much information you do say and have. I have the information, I have the knowledge. I can help businesses grow. It is just that I don't have $100,000 client. I may have 5,000 clients from $0 to $1,000, but I don't have clients from $1 to $10,000. And my time is worth that much. Well, someone say, well, how is your time worth that much if you never had a $5,000 client? I've challenged many people and said, you know what, Taiwan, I will charge you nothing, but I'll charge you on the back end. Meaning, you you don't pay for the item until it gets delivered. So if anybody comes to me and says, Terrence, I'll pay you $10,000. Your fee is what? My fee is 5,000. Okay, fine. I pay you $10,000. I'll pay you double if you achieve for me the goals that I need to go. If anybody would do that, if anybody would pick up on that challenge, I would definitely get there. If of course they're qualified to do that, to say, you could charge me that. I can get you. Suppose I get you $50,000 in my 8-week program. Inside of 8 weeks, your revenue increases by $50,000. Who won? I got $10,000. You got 40. We both won. But now, if you continue forward on the 9th week, 10th, 11th, 12th week, if the system that I fully believe in automation, if the system that we come up with together works and you go beyond 8 weeks, you're going to make more than $50,000. It's going to continue to go on. It's based on what you want to achieve inside of an 8 week period or a year period. So we have put you on a plan, put you on a system so that it heads you down the road so that you'll be able to achieve that. I hope this blurry background here. I'm testing out this new thing. It's pretty cool, but I hope this blurry background is not distracting. It's kind of nice, and I'm not plastered in front of a nice background. It's kind of I'm inside of it in a sense. Hopefully, it's not too distracting. But I hope that you've listened to this and it was really a lot of rambling, and I was kind of all over the place. But the key is to be specific. The key is not to be afraid. The key is know who you're dealing with and really commit to it. Once you've started, commit to it and move forward so that you can go on and make the money and make the revenue that you deserve. Yeah, well, you can go to and get the programs and get more maintenance and more organization. That's more up your alley, and if that's what you so desire, go forth and do that. If you want to do revenue type increasing, find a coach like me. I'm not gonna say find me, find a coach like me. There's a lot of people out there that have coaching that does this. Ask questions. Like I say, I can't go on with a program unless you're qualified. And you should not take on a coach unless the coach in your mind is qualified to get you the results. Not qualified in the natural sense, meaning got these papers, got this organization, they pay thousands of dollars to be attachment to this coaching program. No, they have systems in place, they have techniques to actually help you get there. But my name is Terrence Douglas, and I'm from Douglas Business Coaching. I hope that you got a lot out of this.